shine so bright you might go blind.
Hi guys, and welcome to the finance blog. So today I have a very special guest with me, and she is in the person of Ade. We'll be talking about Ade's journey in terms of coming to the UK, transitioning to working in the UK. So you are welcome to the finance blog, Ade.
Thank you, Ernest.
So could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi guys. It's so good to be here at last.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Adejoke. I'm a Nigerian and I came into the UK to study a master's in accounting and finance. I'm currently working as a treasury analyst here in the UK currently. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, thank you very much for the sweet introduction. So Ade, if I may ask, why the UK? There are so many countries you could have, gone there for your masters. Why did you choose the UK?
Yeah, so there are a few points I would just like to touch on why I came to the UK to study. So firstly is the fact that here in the UK, the admission process is shorter. So for instance, if you are planning this May and you plan to study sometimes in September, the process in all is short.
Okay.
So between 3 and 6 months, you can find yourself already studying here in the UK.
Yeah.
So I would say that's one thing that stood out for me. Unlike some other countries where you have to pay application fee to even get an admission, here in the UK is most of the universities here is free.
Okay.
So you don't need to pay any form of admission fee. So that's another thing. Then UK universities, they have various admission intakes. They have January, September, May. For myself, I had an admission intake for February.
Yeah.
So it's a few, but we have more of January intakes and September. So since I had various options of an intake, so that's one thing that actually stood out for me also, coming to the UK to study.
Okay.
Then you have the choice, you have that option of completing your studies within a year.
Yeah.
And you have the option of staying back in the UK with a post-study visa of 2 years to work based on maybe your previous work experiences or based on the course you read while you were studying your master's degree. So you have that opportunity to work and see what work life is like here in the UK.
Okay.
So those were the things that really stood out for me. That's why I chose the UK to come here and study.
Okay, yeah, I think that's very interesting because in Germany we have only two. So we have the March and we have, I think, September. But in the UK, I think they have more. So I think that's a big advantage. So I really, relate to what you are saying. And can you walk us through the application process, what you had to do?
Okay, the application process. First of all, you really need to know what program you want to come and study. So program-wise, there are different reasons why different things is based on individual preference.
Yeah.
What you like, what you enjoy, what your financial goals are, what your aspirations are as an individual. So that's what you can use to choose a program you really want to study. Okay. In the UK or anywhere in the world. Yeah. Yeah, and as for the university, you have to make a choice of the university you want to go to. Okay. You have to use your program to identify what universities offer my program. What intakes do I want? Do I want to start studying next year, January, September? Use that to streamline your search also. So one other thing that you really need to look at is the course content of that your program. Yeah. For instance, you can hear something like business analysis and management. Yeah. So when you look at the course content, you will see that it's focused more on management as against business analysis. So it's always good to check what the course content is all about before you decide. So once you have you've chosen a university, you've chosen a program, then you can now go ahead to apply to that school. Applying means you getting what are the admission requirements?
Yeah.
You get it. Make sure you have everything ready. Then you can now go ahead to apply to the school and wait to get an admission.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to put all through the
Yeah.
journey of
Yeah.
getting a visa and all.
Yeah.
So once you have your admission, there's
Yeah.
something you would get from the school called Confirmation of Acceptance of Studies, which is
Okay.
called CAS.
Okay.
So that's what you need to apply for a visa. And to
Okay.
study here in the UK, you need something they call Student Tier 4 visa.
Okay.
So that's what you need to apply for.
Mhm.
And of course, it has a fee. You have to pay the student visa fee. You
Yeah.
also have to pay for IHS
Okay.
fund. That's for the health surcharge.
Okay.
You have to pay for that. And you have to also have that proof of fund.
Yeah.
So depending on if you are outside London
Okay.
or inside London.
Depending on the
fees-
cost of living.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cost of living. So
Yeah.
it varies.
Mm.
So that is included in the amount you need to show as your proof of fund.
Okay.
So proof of fund, you need to show that you're capable of seeing yourself through school.
Yeah.
That's all your school fees, and also to maintain yourself,
Mhm.
all the living, accommodation, utility bills, your feeding, everything together has to show. You have to show it in
Okay.
your cost of fund. That's the proof of fund you have to provide for your visa application.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. I think this is very insightful and very elaborate. I think Ade has given a lot of information here, and I really appreciate it. Okay. So my next question would be, as a foreign student, how did you manage the tuition fee and also, the cost of living? Because UK, it's not easy to live, and when we study in the UK, it is very capital intensive. So how did you manage this?
First of all, what I would say is try as much as possible to reduce the burden
Okay.
of the fees, and you can do that through the university you've chosen. You
Yeah.
have to check what kind of scholarships do they have.
Okay.
So some of them usually have a Commonwealth
Okay.
scholarship. So
Yeah.
if you are from any of the Commonwealth countries, you can apply. That would discount how much you need to pay for school fees. And also some schools, at my own time,
Yeah.
there was something called they supported like cost of living support
Mhm.
that we enjoyed. So just find out those kind of things that your university offer.
Oh, okay.
So whatever is left for me, I had to provide proof of fund now.
Yeah.
So based on family support,
Yeah.
spousal support, and
Okay.
all.
Okay.
So that was how I was able to
That
see
makes sense.
myself through school. And the cost of living
Okay.
is, there's one thing about coming to the UK.
Yeah.
Various reasons why people want to come, but you want to really go where you have family or friends support, because
Yeah.
at some point, at some stage, you just need that emotional support from
Definitely.
people around. So
Yeah.
you don't want to go where you don't know anybody.
Yeah. I agree.
Or
I agree.
loneliness is real.
Yeah, it's very real. I
Yeah.
really, really agree with that. Yeah, it's good to have at least one or two family around
Yeah.
where you can rely on them in
Mhm.
case you need emotional support, because in this abroad, depression is real. I mean, a lot of people go through things, so it's good. But if you don't have that, I mean, you could be the first person there and another person who also have a family. So
Exactly.
yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, Ade. And I know a lot of people travel to school and also to stay and work in the country. So in your case, how did you manage, life after studies? I know that can be a bit daunting and very difficult, to manage.
Sincerely, it took me a long time before I got my first job. The story then was, all you need is just that first job.
Yeah.
Once you get your first job in
Yeah.
the UK, it now becomes easy to get other jobs.
Yeah.
So because recruiters here are always looking out for that UK experience.
Yeah.
It's a plus when you have it, but if you don't have it, you can't just give up. Applying through various job boards, connecting with professional recruiters. if you are into tech, go and look out for people that recruit for tech roles.
Okay.
I was doing treasury. I had to look out for people that are into
Treasury, yeah.
Follow them. When they post something, you get notifications. Let people know what you are going through. So it might take a while, but you will get that first job, and subsequently you can, upgrade yourself in that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So to sum it up, it means connection really matters, and also you need to be persistent, because as she said, it took a while before she landed the first role. And normally in this abroad, so in UK, in Germany, I have worked a bit in Germany and UK as well. So one thing is that the first job is always more difficult, but once you've broken the ice, it's much more easier moving forward. So that is for sure. So I don't want to take too much of your time, and also I know you watching, if we do it for long you might stop watching. So at this point I would like to ask, do you have any final advice for anyone who wants to travel from Germany, Ghana, whichever African country, or who are already in the UK who wants to pursue their dreams?
Yeah, the advice I have is, wherever you are going, just make sure you have that source of fund that you can rely on for some months.
Yeah.
You really need it, and don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up. Life could be good, it could be challenging. Whatever you face, you just have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing.
Okay. Yeah, so at this point, I would say a very big thank you to Ade for coming on this channel. I mean, this, interview is long overdue, but finally, finally, after almost 1 year, Ade agreed to sit down with me. So I want to say,
opened my secret too.
Yeah, I need to open your secret now. I've been chasing her for 1 year. So guys, you know what? You should see what I go through before I get, a sit down with someone. So, we put in the effort. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and see you in the next episode.
Bye.